What's your
happen
answer to
with your
those who
voting.
say that? What's your answer to those who say that the liberals who mounted this challenge against you and persuaded Halter to get into the race have actually won by forcing you to move further to the left by getting this derivatives bill that is?
Nobody forced me to move to the left on derivatives. I did exactly what the people of Arkansas want to see happen in this country. They want to see us back focused on putting the economy back on track. But they want to see it done in a fiscally responsible way. They want to see it done in a sustainable way. There is nothing wrong with asking these big, huge banking institutions in Wall Street who have been the root of the problem, who have captured this derivatives market and held it in the dark, asking them to simply say that if you're going to do this risky activity, you need to push it out of your bank. It shouldn't be your bank depositors that are held accountable and liable, and it shouldn't be the taxpayer. And I don't think, no one has forced me to do that. It's a good, simplistic way of solving this problem. And if you look at most anything I do, I come at it from a very simplistic way in trying to solve the problem and get results. And I think if you look at the arguments that are out there, most everybody agrees that it's a pretty darn good way to do it.
What did you mean when you said that there was some room for negotiation or change?
Well, I'm in a position to stand for what I believe in, but I'm also in a position to listen to other people. I know I don't have all of the answers, and I'm willing to talk to other senators, but to date, nobody's offered amendments to strip it or to change it, quite frankly, except for the one bill that the substitute that was offered by the Republicans. We actually got 2 of the Republicans to vote with us on maintaining what we have done. It's good, strong policy, and I think it puts in place the fact that those of us that live out here in middle America who have had banks that have been very dependable, they have been run in a fiscally responsible way, are tired of bailing out Wall Street. And we want to see something done that's not only going to ensure that Wall Street banks are going to be accountable, and if they're going to deal in risky derivatives, then they're going to have to separate that out. We know it's an important tool for risk management, and we've made provisions. They can still deal in derivatives. They just cannot put the bulk of that responsibility and the liability on the depositors of the bank or on the Treasury and taxpayers.
Can you explain the voting snafu? What happened in there?
It wasn't a snafu. It's a common practice. What I normally do, my husband and I want to ensure that we vote in all of the elections, not just the big ones, but the school board elections and others. And so at the first of the year, you're given an opportunity to ask for an absentee ballot for every upcoming election. And so sometimes when you have requested a year's worth, and we normally do this, you have to just fill out a form to ensure that they know you haven't voted twice.
Because the voting roll in there said it has your name and it says already voted.
Well, it shouldn't, because we called a month ago to ensure, as we always do, if we're going to be here in person to vote. And it simply indicates that, a lot of military use this. Goodness knows, this community here in Central Arkansas is a community of 250,000 people. So it's just a very commonplace, it's not unusual. But to ensure that we can vote in all of the elections, we request an absentee ballot for all of the elections. Some of them we get to vote in person, and some of them.
All right, hey, we need to wrap this up so we can get to the next event.
Given how frustrated people are with Washington right now, why should voters put their faith in incumbents like you?
Well, again, I think you should look at people's records, and I think I've got a good record. I'm proud of it. I'm right there in the middle, a moderate in the United States Senate. I have fought hard for Arkansans, and I think I'm the best prepared. When we talk about
not true. You have not been in the middle. You have voted left with your party all the time. I'm sorry, but that is not a true statement.
Well, all you have to do is look at the record, and I think if any of you all do look at the record, you can see it plainly put out by the National Journal and others. I'm right at number 50, and I think that that's an important way to be. As I said, I've stood up to to many of these special interest groups, whether it's in terms of jobs, whether it's in terms of Wall Street or anything else. So I feel like being a moderate and somebody that's there focused on getting results, that I'm absolutely the person for the job, and I'm the best prepared to create jobs for Arkansans and to get our economy back on track. I think my record's proven in terms of job creation, whether it's the 700 foresters that we put back to work here in Arkansas through the timber sale program, whether it's the Whirlpool factory up in Fort Smith, whether it's the Cooper Tire where I have fought the ITC and encourage the ITC to find injury, and then encourage the president to make sure that we come back and make our trading partners play fair and play by the rules.
Senator, if you win,
Hey, we got to get her to the next.
A little bit
event.
of you, or a lot of you, that wishes you were not an incumbent, but a challenge for this year.
Well, I'm proud of what I've done, and I've worked hard for Arkansas, and I'm grateful for the people of Arkansas. It's been an honor and a privilege to serve them in the Senate, and I want to continue to do that, and I'm grateful. So I'm not going to shy away from it. Thanks, Steve.
Thanks, y'all.
See y'all.